Hey guys, this is Honda Civic God Ice here. Welcome back to some more Animal Crossing City Folk. For this week, not sure what's gonna happen. All I know is that Saturday, 8 p.m., let's go learn a new song. Do some weeding around the Nether portal. Well, we don't have anything to donate right now. We need to go down into the bar. And yes, it's probably a bar because look at all that beer back there. I'll let you pick.
Not me. Oh.
Alright. Now that we got our song, what else do we need to do? We'll probably go find some more fossils. Pretty sure the foliage is supposed to change again later this week. The foliage. Oh, I've been pranked. Sounds like you got a flea. I didn't even know fleas were on birds. But they were only on mammals. And there's ants on my candy. Let's hope Big Dick Randy likes ants on his candy. Otherwise, he's gonna take my booty. Today was the fishing tournament. No, today's the fishing tourney. Or at least it was. Oh. Why did the music change? It's because we're close to closing. Kind of sounds familiar. Hang on a moment. These two themes sound alike. Or is it just me? Gonna take the American shirt. That's not American. It's cotton candy. Pretty sure cotton candy was invented in America, I think. I see what they were trying to do with the red, white, and blue, but that red looks more pink to me. Homer! You should know your homers. Gomer tastes a bit tart, like a lime. Bomer tastes like a mix between blueberries and blackberries. Pomer is sweet, tastes like cotton candy, very soft inside. And Romer tastes like the blood of a body that went missing. And it makes you feel creepy. So be careful of Romer. Unless if you like to taste the blood. For some reason. Romer Rimpson. What about Pomer Pimpson? He's a pimp. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's a new day. Let's grab our HRA letter. We finally breached 50,000 points. You know who else is sending me letters? My mom! Whoa! Alright. Probably go and save some letters from villagers who moved out, kind of as a memorial for them. Alright. Hand over to Big Onion. My Big Onion. Your last... the day that they leave Quahog forever. Never to return. I'm not sure if they can return, but... yeah. Even if they could return, chances are pretty low, probably. Save the letter from Big Dick Randy. I think you've moved, so I'm gonna keep your letter. We've lost a lot of comrades throughout this series. Including many variations of John Pork. The only John Pork remaining. Yes, you are John Pork. Is there any fossils up here? Or am I gonna have to get the Big Onion? My Big Onion. My onion. My onion. That was way too big to be a key. Unless it was the key to the city, probably. In that case, we probably walked out of the city. Because we lost the key to it. If it were a house key, it'd probably be small. But the keys in this game are still pretty big. Like, way too big to be a house key. Like, it's as big as the palm of my hand. Found your keys. Alright. Now I'm locked in by the plug. There's never any red turnips. It's probably John Pork who's buying all the red turnips. But let's put some candy on the pile. Because I prefer to keep my ass cheeks on my ass. And not within Big Dick Randy's possession. I mean, sure. I have nothing to do with this weight bench. I'll just take your fish. Be free. John Pork can't hurt you anymore. My big onion. My onion. My onion. My onion. See you guys tomorrow. Okay. So basically, been currently working on a new Trey's Lab video with Dr. Treyoris. Since now Minecraft has a thing where you can make your NPCs. Okay. It's like today's Explorer's Day. Alright. So basically, Jeffy destroyed Timmy's island in Unexpected Life because he hacked in the Blast event into his island instead of the Baker's Bunch island. Gonna have to make an analysis on the Blast event, give you more details. Essentially, on rare events, if you log into your island, you'll get a news flash saying that your island is currently in a war. We'll get to some more details on the war event later on. But essentially, a blast event could happen. You have 3 days to prepare for it. You can take the easy way out and send all your Miis to a bomb shelter. Or you can just, you know, not do that. And find some other way to make them survive. Because the aftermath lasts about a week. And this blast is basically gonna destroy your island. And all the Miis on it, if you're not careful. Let's just say it's probably a nuclear blast. So you should probably be careful about radiation meter. And if you don't do something to prevent it, like blast proofing all your facilities, the damage could become irreversible until the blast clears up. All part of Unexpected Life's Chaos Mode update, where the happy-go-lucky Unexpected Life experience becomes all chaotic. Where your Mies can die, and your island can suffer irreversible damage. You could go to war. Maybe there'll be a Chaos Mode to Unexpected Town, but I don't know. Perhaps these Halloween specials can have tie-ins with these happy hour games. Getting that this year is the 10-year anniversary of Happy Hour. It's been 10 years since I first conceived the idea. Of Happy Hour Incorporated. And so much has changed. Heck, I think back then there wasn't even any set location for KP and crew yet. It was basically just KP, Bentley, and Steve, and Foopy, and some other characters. It's before Dan, before Stan, before Drawing Jeffy. Because those three characters were introduced in 2017. It was even before the Cramwood Cafe, which was introduced in 2016. I'll have to make a roadmap of the development behind KP's world. A development that lasted for 10 years at this point. In 5 of those years, or much time between 2015 and 2022, 7 years of that was kind of an in development stage before I started uploading these stories. I'll see you guys tomorrow with more on that. So basically, thinking like pre-2015 like the super in development era for stories being made that would probably later be recreated. Got a new character. Then we got 2015 to like mid 2016. Which is the origin era. Now KP, Bentley, and Steve, they were introduced in like 2014, so we should probably start there. There was also all these other characters, like Mario. Then in late 2015, started adding new characters like Foopy, and also Happy Hour was introduced in that time period of late 2015. Then came 2016, which basically started the Springdale era. The first time we see a set area, Springdale, New York. Now this era lasted from 2016 to 2020. And saw some major stories and a whole bunch of new characters. Like Peyton and Cramwood, who were introduced in 2016. And also Peyton's brother, Shmaden. He's basically like his other brother. Like his brother, but instead of saying no when introduced to something negative, it was like, no, yeah. They're basically both the same, really. Basically saying, yeah. And every time you try to push them off a cliff, they just come back and say, yeah. So they're both immortal. They cannot die. And 2017 introduced us to Dan, Stan, and Drawing Jeffy. Which, the three of them kind of remained the same. Except for Stan. who was originally supposed to be the one who thinks he's slick with the ladies, but isn't. That was until 2022 or 2023 when I decided to give him a girlfriend. However, Dan and Drawing Jeffy have remained the same. Dan being the good at cooking, but he's very timid and very scared of soccer balls. And Drawing Jeffy, well, he has had a bit of a character change. He used to be just the dumb guy in the group. Just a dumb guy. But now he has Stan's role as he can't get women to like him. He's always getting friend-zoned. Now this friend group was originally going to be just Dan, Stan, KP, and Drawing Jeffy till like 2022 when KP and Tails started becoming a duo. I mean, they're still a friend group, those five, even though nowadays we mainly focus on Tails, KP, and Drawing Jeffy. And around late 2017 to early 2018 was basically when I started the concept of May's character. I was going like, KP should have a love interest. I'm pretty sure that's what May is now. She's basically just female KP. Um, 2018. It's basically, I guess there wasn't that much new characters, remembering. Back then. I mean, there was not Drawing Jeffy. There was Maceface. Who basically, back then, was basically the kid who makes a lot of tantrums on Fortnite. Back when that was in peak popularity. Nowadays, he's the redneck. Don't let that city-like fedora fool you. Maceface is actually good, honest country folk. I'll continue this tomorrow with Fat Bentley. Now, before I talk about Fat Bentley, I just realized I missed some points. Basically around late 2016 to like around 2017, it's when Jeffy was starting to become a character. And Jeffy is pretty self-explanatory. Mario's son, who basically is not that bright. also around late 2017 is when the Champions of Eelsport concept was first came up, and also the Fupi Mart. However, they weren't called the Champions of Eelsport, of course, because Eelsport didn't exist until like 2020. Okay, now on to Fat Bentley. Basically, for the first few months, he started being a character. It's basically just a parody of Bubble Bass. Like, you forgot the pickles! Wasn't until later the same year when I decided to pair him up with Link. And I don't think anything else happened on 2018. I'll have to dive deep into some of the stories some other time, but right now we're talking about the characters. In 2019, I was in a bit of a block, sort of, for a while, until the later third of the year. But during that block, I did bring up the concept of Matt, back when the Matt from Wii Sports memes were a thing. Now Matt is supposed to be a father figure to KP and crew. Then I decided to make him the teacher. But he has remained the same, really, being this all-powerful being that has lived for over 400 years. Now, before I go to 2020, I should mention that we've lost a few characters. Like, there was supposed to be 2 nerd characters in KP's class called Carl and Craig. I think I've put them as background characters a couple of times. I did try to make them return a couple of times until basically Harvey and Eric were introduced. There was also a character called Chad Jr., who I think is in The Sims gameplay I do. Living across the street from the main 8 or 10. Along with Homer. And Cranwood Condos. I don't think I mentioned them. It was supposed to have a much more major role, but that was vaulted because KP's father is a landlord for an apartment building. So he mainly used that apartment building. Alright, I think we're ready to go on to 2020. Now, early 2020 was like most earliest concepts of the Foopy Bunch. When I started putting Sonic characters into Foopy's house. For those first few months, Sonic had the major role, other than KP. Until I decided to return to my roots, return to KP for Springdale's last moments. And around spring of 2020, it was time for a bit of fresh start. That's when I first came with Eelsport. Basically just reprogrammed all the characters. KP was supposed to be a fish out of water, which you can clearly see with Bruce Burke from Cockle Cove. And the original concept for Welcome to Eelsport is supposed to be different. There was almost going to be no Dan, Stan, or Drawing Jeffy, unfortunately. So I decided to return to my roots. I could say the same with Steve. And also almost almost Bentley. He wasn't really a major character for a while until I returned to my roots. So the original lineup was... I should probably talk about this era. The beginning of the Eelsport Quahog era. So basically, the new characters, basically the Griffins, and all those supporting characters that come with it. And also Homer. Basically, Eelsport was going to be completely different stories compared to Springdale until I returned to my roots and brought back some old characters like Payton and Cramwood. I'll talk more about it tomorrow. Now basically, I've talked about the Eelsport side, but now we have the Quahog side as well. Basically the two bounced stories off each other. Whatever happened in Eelsport probably also happened in Quahog. In the beginning of Spooner Street Father. basically 2020 is basically rediscovering old characters. Like around 2019, Jibanyan was almost whisked away into the characters who aren't shown all the time, until he got that major role in Quahog with the Griffin family. Also, this was before Homer's divorce. Now, 2021, basically, for the first half of it, Eelsbort was vaulted for a bit to focus on Quahog. But I couldn't do any Spooner Street Father episodes because my crappy ass phone at the time was being crappy ass. And I feel like downloading those files from Google Images will probably make it explode. So I took this time to train. Basically, Tails and Cream got more major roles, and so did May. What else is there? I should mention that back in 2019 was the beginning of Iron and Copper, which is one of KP's favorite TV shows. And in 2021 was the beginning of other shows like The Barney Bunch and The Strange Trio. It's also where Nikocado Avocado's memes started taking off, so he started appearing as a gag. And then late 2021 happened, and basically I returned to Eelsbort, worked on a few more seasons of that, and then basically I also tried to make it a certain era to give it some more vibe. Like the first episode happened in like 2000s. So technically that run lasted from 2004 to like the early 2010s. Basically, Welcome to Eelsbort being one of those long-running shows that would probably become drier and drier as the years go on. Until 2022, like mid-2022, basically I decided to ditch Welcome to Eelsbort and start with a cleaner slate. Basically, let's wind back to early 2022, or in fact, back in like mid-2021. See, back in late 2017, Mark was becoming a character. But then in 2021, I started adding his other family members, and that created the Lewis family. Then in early 2022, I made the Foopy Bunch from an inside joke revolving around SpongeBob and Shrek. And then there was also the Sonic crew. and also Homer, which I guess this is where the divorce happened, because the other Simpsons weren't there. After I saw this one video of this guy who's dressed as Homer Simpson, and he finds a note from Marge saying that she took the kids and left with Ned Flanders. If you remember. Alright, then in mid-2022, came the Pendletons, where it's KP's family, and this is where Steve started, you know, getting unvaulted. Didn't have a fully developed character yet, but got unvaulted. This is before he met his girlfriend. And then in late 2022, I was still using the old characters, Gary and the Banana. That was until they got replaced by Tails, as Tails and KP started becoming a duo. Then in 2023, some more major changes happened. Like, Foopy's girlfriend was introduced. And also, Apu and Alpha King Joey were introduced. And then Happy Hour came back, sort of, as the RPG camp sketches happened. And then also May got her magic bandana that lets her transform. Now one of the characters she transforms into, I first concepted back in 2019, or late 2018. Very late 2018, like almost Christmas. To around like almost summer of 2019. Then I sort of vaulted that character until 2023. Then we have 2024, where basically the Foopy Bunch and the Pendletons merged households. And also, May now lives with KP and crew and his family. And then I added to Lucas's lore, giving him half-brothers and half-sisters. Then around Thanksgiving of last year was when I decided to add Steve's girlfriend. If you remember that episode. Now we're here in 2025. Mario's baby is born. Verdance is now a character. there's now a show with whole different characters now, called New County, New Bruce, in a whole different city. However, other than that, it feels like I didn't really do much this year due to my majors writer's block around the summer. And also I was too focused on keeping it up with the Mario crew. I'm not sure if I'm out of the writer's block yet. I just know I did pretty good efficiently on keeping it up with the Mario Crew's Halloween special. Let's hope I don't lose that fire. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And the foliage changed. That leaves us with today. Who knows what's gonna be next for the crazy antics of KP and friends? Will my fire ever fully light up back again? Who knows? Maybe I'll take it easy once these Halloween specials are over. Where I don't have to worry about deadlines and such. Who knows, maybe someday KP and Tails will join the Sonic crew. I don't know. I've been concepting that for a while. You know, bringing back Sonic, Tails, and Knucks, but also keeping KP and Tails together. Not sure about drawing Jeffy, but maybe he can be there sometimes. When he's not attempting to get out of the friend zone. You know? And I forgot my fossils. And my big onion. My big onion. Let's go for a bunch. Now, KP, he's the oldest. Bentley's the middle child. KP's the oldest. Who hangs with Tails and Drawing Jeffy and May and Dan and Stan. Bentley's the middle child, who hangs around with Edmund. farting NPC kid. And Steve, he's the youngest, who hangs out with Timmy and Kendrick and Jamal and his girlfriend, using high air quotes, because she's a doll, dude. KP's 13, Bentley is 12, and Steve is 10. We already got Tree Fitty. I need about Tree Fitty. I need about Tree Fitty. Probably be a lot faster if we wake up. Now another thing added in 2024 was Mainminster Island, which basically is Eelsport's rival, or Quahog's rival. Every character on Eelsport has their doppelganger on Mainminster Island. Queso used to be a Mainminster Island doppelganger for Nikocado. But I decided to move him to Eelsport due to 2 steps ahead. You know. Lord Helix. Also in 2023 was the beginning of the Honda Civic crew, so it's the introduction of Hank and Timmy and Benos and Lay Monk. Then 2024 was the beginning of Braden and Mr. Belding. Alright. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.